Hi there folks. Today I want to show you how to make an online quiz using Google Forms. It's a new feature that they put into Google Forms, and the great thing about it is it scores the quiz immediately, gives kids feedback, also gives you some insights into how they did as a group and individually. So let me show you how to start one of those. What you want to do is be logged into your Google account. I use Chrome for all of my Google tools. It seems to work best. You can probably use any browser, but I suggest using Chrome. What you want to do is go to the Google Apps menu and choose Forms. They have several templates now, and they keep adding to these all the time. I'm going to start one from scratch. I just like doing it from scratch because sometimes it's hard to undo some of the features that are built into these templates, but they do have a quiz template. So when I started from scratch, I want to give it a name, so I'm just going to call it quiz sample. And let me quickly go through. If you're familiar with Google Forms, you might know all this stuff already, but let me go through some of the tools at the top. If I want to change the color, the nice thing is the default color is kind of Alaska purple, which is cool. I can change it this way, or they have some pictures that you can choose from that go across the top of this banner up here. So let's say I want to go with this one here. So you can choose those. You can always change those as well. You can upload your own too, but they need to be in this kind of aspect ratio, which can be kind of tricky. This thing, the preview view, we're going to use at the end. Settings is something we'll take a look at in just a second too. I'm going to show you the menu over here though. It works to make a copy. If you want to use a different quiz for different sections of a class, you can make a copy of a quiz when it's finished. You can also share it with others in that they can collaborate with you. They don't call it sharing for forms because you aren't really sharing a document in this case, but you can add collaborators. Going back to the settings, however, there are a couple things I want to show you. I usually, when I do it with my students, is I collect their email address. That way I know exactly who did it. So the students need to log in and put in their passwords in order to access the form. That way you know the kid who took the quiz is the person you think it is. You can limit it to one response too, so that they can only do it once. But really the key here is we want to click on this is the new feature. I want to click on the quizzes tab and say make this a quiz. I like the default settings is right away as soon as the students submit, it'll show them what they got right and what they got wrong. And also give them their point values, but you can change these settings if you want to. So I'm going to hit save. So the first thing I'm going to do now is add some questions. So and typically for the quiz to be scored automatically, it needs to be a multiple choice question. You can change the question types, but Google can't correct a short answer question because there's too many possible answers. So you can mix them up. It'll grade the multiple choice questions for you though. So maybe I'll say what is 0 degrees latitude for a question. Then I'll go in here and put in my possible answers. All right, and what I do to make it a quiz is I click on answer key and I choose the correct answer. I can then give it a point total. You can vary these however you like, so I can go up to I'm not even sure if there is a maximum, but you can weight different questions. If I made a mistake, I can go back in here and edit things, go to my answer key and change it too. To add a new question, I just hit the plus sign. And I can make some more. I'll put the same answers here. Yeah, shoot, sorry about that. All right, and again, I want to go to the answer key and put in my answers. I'll give this one a 1-point value as well. So I can continue doing this and adding all kinds of questions. One thing you may have noticed, if I go into edit question, you can put pictures in for your answers, or also for your questions. So that might be helpful for some of your younger students. When I'm all finished, then what I want to do is go to this preview version of it and copy this URL. So the preview version, I'm gonna scroll to the end here, ends in view form. The editing version ends in edit. You want to share the preview version with your students. So now that I have this finished, I can do it several ways. I can share it with my students several ways. I could email this to them, or if you have a Google Classroom, what I suggest doing is putting it into your stream as either an assignment or an announcement. So I'm going to put it in as an assignment. And what I can do then is go to my Google Drive, and since I just worked on it, it's going to be right there as sample quiz. I can hit add, and now this will show up right in my Google Stream in my Google Classroom. My students click on it, they will take the quiz. What I want to do is show you quickly what these quizzes look like then after a bunch of students have taken them. So let me go to one that I did this morning. Since now I'm back in the edit version of this other one that I have, 9 people took this quiz this morning. When I click on responses, the cool thing is it gives you some insights. So it shows me the averages, it shows me the frequently missed questions that students missed. It also breaks it down by each question, so I can see here's the correct answer, 77% of them got that, but a couple people got this wrong, so maybe if I needed to reteach after I do this formative assessment, I could do that. I really like the insights it gives you and the quickness of it. So if you're looking to do something like exit tickets or other kinds of formative assessments, this is a quick way to do the analysis of that. And rather than having to read through 120 pieces of paper, you can get a quick gauge on how your students are doing by putting together one of these. As always, don't hesitate to give me a call if you need any help with this or any other technology integration tasks that you have. Have a great day.